Met some very nice people, some very nice people. Don't you meet the nicest people in your dreams? It's funny, but it's true. That's where I first met you, and you're the nicest thing I ever.
Hello everybody, welcome to Larpkituk, to another day at the sweltering site in Derby in 2019, and today we're talking to another person who is a legend in the industry and has been running a shop for a while. And the first question, sir, is who are you and what do you do?
My name's Simon Medlock and I'm a fantasy foam engineer, which means I make rubber swords for a living, basically.
Fantasy foam engineer. Yeah. That's we like that. That's a cool one. Okay. When did you start?
On my 21st birthday in 1985, so on the 9th of May in 1985, the first time we established the Medlock Army as a business. I had actually been making rubber swords out of gapper and structure type things all the way back to Peckland days. About 1982 was when I first made my first
82 is when you first made swords. So when you first started making, it wasn't latex weapons, it was all
gapper tape.
What the Americans call boffer type weapons.
Indeed.
Oh wow. Okay. How would you describe your business?
Not very profitable. No, basically we do it for the love of it. You know, obviously we do make enough money to survive, but we basically make stock. We started the business because we wanted to improve the standards of weapons in the hobby, and I think we've done that quite successfully in the stuff that I passed on to other people as well. So,
my first latex weapon was from you, and it was basically a plank sword, and from there, even then, the paintwork and the carving. But
no, I mean basically there's I'd say there's a small team, and there's basically pretty much myself and a gentleman called David Barnes, or Barney as we all know, who's been working for me on and off for about 20 years. But he's a house husband, so he basically works every other weekend. I do all the carving and making, assembly, and do all the nasty books and all that nonsense. And Barney does the artwork and some of the sculpting that we use for mouldings.
Okay. How would you advise people to order from your company?
Don't really like doing that sort of paperwork, so there's two ways of it. The easiest way is to contact some of our retailers who hold stock for us, most notably Gems Trading Co. and Having a Larp. Or you can directly contact me by going via our Medlock Army Facebook page. Is the easiest way to communicate with me.
And all of those, the links will be below, not in a corner or anything else, because we're focusing on him. They'll be in the links below. Okay? Cool. And what should people do when they want to order from you? If they come to you for a specific bespoke item,
a custom job.
Yeah, custom job. What information do you need as a maker to make that for them?
I need a rough image for it. If people send me like a picture from a film or such like things, chances are that it will be impractical as a latex weapon because it just won't be safe, or they'll be too thin, it will snap off. So an overview, the size it wants to be, and a little bit of the customization about how they want it weighted. So whether or not it's a carbon fiber or a GRP piece, whether or not it's got a tail weight, etc., because to us a lot of the essential things is the feel of the sword and the balance of it, as well as the aesthetics and durability. That was a full answer.
That was a very complete answer, I would say. What bit of kit that's here would you like to keep? It's yours, that you would like for you?
I think probably one of the Nagayaris, which I probably would steal at the moment, which are basically a half sword.
If you want to go get it,
I was going to say probably one of this one here. I might probably steal this for the chap I was playing at LarpCon. Not LarpCon, Tank Larp, wasn't it, that we went to a few weeks ago? So that's a 12mm carbon fibre, so it's a composite effectively. So it's
half sword, half spear.
And that's on 12mm carbon, so it's light and groovy, but it's also a lovely parrying thing, and also a lovely bit of Barney paintwork, and there you go.
Okay, now next one is to go the other way. What bit of stock that you have, if somebody was coming in brand new to the hobby, would you advise them buying and why?
I would actually advise them to buy a plain sword, because that's generic for every character, and a plain staff, because once again, chances are when you start a character, you're probably going to die.
That happens a lot.
So buying something that's really specific for one character as a newbie is not a bright idea. So even if you're on your first character, you're playing a dwarf and you want a big elaborate axe with like, you know, Thor's hammer on it and this, that, loads of knotworks, that's not what you want for your first piece. You want a basic sword or a basic axe, or to, as I say, a plain wooden staff and a 42-inch sword with what I would suggest to do some plain little piece like this. It's not got any fuss to it, because that'll pass as a journey piece for any character.
Cool. Okay, that's brilliant. What piece of information would you give to somebody who is starting out, and that gem piece of information that you think that will enable them to play a better game or enjoy a game better? That's a bit of a stumpy one, that one.
It is actually. I don't know, I suppose largely to enjoy yourself and make sure everyone enjoys themselves around you. And I suppose to a certain extent, take it seriously, but not too seriously.
That's a good one. Okay. Now, there is a final question, but we were chatting earlier on, and I mentioned that Simon Morgan said that you were the first person to use latex on weapons. But you pointed out that's incorrect.
That's absolutely incorrect.
Would you like to sort of
I'd just like to say that basically most of the structural work and all the sort of fussing about and using carbon fibre and this, that and the other was stuff that we experimented with, etc., in the early 80s when there was no one else making rubber swords. But the first latex was put on a weapon by a gentleman called Mike Stringer, who now I think works in the film industry. I haven't seen him for years, but it was not me who did it. I don't want to make that gap.
Yeah, because Mike went on to make Second Skin.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay, so the last question we've got is, what type of LARP would you like to see or go play?
I'm actually a bit old school. I like my high fantasy, high maths games. I see the benefit, and I do other LARPs, but I find that the ones that are very close to reenactment, there's too much lack of freedom, etc., and post-apocalyptic stuff I've not really done, but I have, as I said, recently did a thing called Tank Larp, which was like a diesel pug debate, which was swords and Nerf guns, and that was good fun actually, and we got to ride around in APCs as well. So,
cool. Well,
will that do you?
Thank you very much indeed.
You're more than welcome, mate.
All the information about Simon's business are in the links below, okay, down here, not around here, down there, and if you want anything, just put it in. Okay, he's an approachable guy. The guy that started half the weapons that we see in this country and around the world.
Thank you,
a
mate.
legend.
Can I go now?
Yeah, go on.
That's all right, wasn't it?